Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled at the edge of a vast, whispering forest, lived a poor woodcutter. His home was a small, humble hut, and his days were spent venturing deep into the woods. With his trusty axe, he would chop firewood, which he then carried to the bustling market to sell. The few coins he earned were just enough to buy a bit of food, but his spirit, though humble, was never broken. He lived a simple, solitary life, with the rustling leaves and chirping birds as his only companions. One sun-drenched afternoon, as the woodcutter was felling a particularly large and ancient tree, a peculiar sound caught his ear. It wasn't the usual forest noise of a snapping twig or a bird's call. It was a faint, desperate cry, seeming to come from the very heart of the tree he was working on. His axe fell silent. Curiosity piqued. He peered into a hollow in the trunk, a dark little opening hidden amongst the gnarled bark. There, tangled within a web of thick roots, was a sight that made him gasp. It was a tiny mouse, but not just any mouse. Its fur shimmered with a brilliant golden light, as if it were spun from the sun's own rays. The little creature was struggling, its movements weak and frantic, its tiny golden body trapped and helpless. The woodcutter's heart, always full of compassion for living things, went out to the small creature. He couldn't bear to see it suffer. With gentle, careful hands, he reached into the hollow. He spoke to the mouse in soft, soothing tones, reassuring it as he worked to untangle its delicate limbs from the imprisoning roots. It took some time and a great deal of patience, but finally he freed the tiny golden mouse. He cupped it in his work-worn hands, its golden fur a stark, beautiful contrast to his calloused skin. The moment the mouse was free, a brilliant light erupted from the woodcutter's palms, so bright he had to shield his eyes. When the light subsided, the tiny mouse was gone. Standing before him in its place was a woman of breathtaking beauty, robed in garments that flowed like liquid gold. A warm, kind smile graced her lips. "Kind man," she said, her voice like the chiming of silver bells. "You have saved me. I am the Fairy of Fortune, and I was trapped in that form by a dark spell. Your compassion has broken it." The woodcutter, completely stunned, could only stare in awe. He had never seen anyone so radiant. He quickly gathered his wits and bowed low, feeling undeserving of such a miraculous event. The fairy's smile widened. "For your selfless act, I will grant you one wish. Ask for anything your heart desires, and it shall be yours." The woodcutter stood up, his mind racing. He could ask for a castle, for endless riches, for a life of complete ease. He thought of his empty cupboards and his weary bones. But then his thoughts turned to his neighbors, to the other families in the village who struggled just as he did, to the children with hungry eyes and the elderly who shivered in the cold. Taking a deep breath, he looked the fairy in the eye and spoke with heartfelt sincerity. "Gracious fairy," he began, "my greatest wish is not just for myself. I wish for a better life, a life without hunger and hardship, for all the poor people in my village." The Fairy of Fortune was visibly touched. Her eyes softened, and her golden aura seemed to glow even brighter. She had expected a wish for personal gain, but this man's selflessness was a rare and precious thing. "Your heart is as pure as gold," she said. "Your wish is a noble one, and it shall be honored in a way that respects your character." She reached into the folds of her gown and produced a small statue. It was a perfect miniature replica of the golden mouse he had just saved. It gleamed with an inner light, feeling warm to the touch. "Take this golden mouse," she instructed, placing it in his hand. "It is a vessel of fortune. It will not simply give you wealth, but it will multiply the rewards of your labor and kindness. As long as you continue to work hard and share your blessings with others, your prosperity will grow, and through you, your village will flourish." With those final words, the fairy began to fade, dissolving into a shimmering beam of golden light that shot up into the sky and vanished. The woodcutter stood alone once more, the small golden mouse statue resting in his palm. He looked at it, then at the forest around him, wondering if it had all been a dream. But the weight of the statue in his hand was real. He returned to his hut, placing the golden mouse on his small, rickety table. The very next day, something amazing happened. When he went to the forest, he found the finest, driest wood with ease. His axe felt lighter, and his work was done in half the time. At the market, his firewood sold for twice the usual price. With the extra coins, he didn't just buy himself a larger meal. He bought extra loaves of bread and shared them with a family whose children were begging on the street. As the days turned into weeks, the magic of the golden mouse became undeniable. The woodcutter's small garden began to produce the most plump and delicious vegetables. The few chickens he kept started laying more eggs than he could eat. His little hut, through his hard work and newfound fortune, was slowly repaired and expanded, transforming from a dilapidated shack into a cozy, comfortable home. True to his word and his nature, the woodcutter never kept the blessings for himself. He organized community work projects, using his growing resources to help repair homes, build a new well, and establish a communal storehouse so no one would go hungry during the harsh winters. He taught others the value of hard work and cooperation, and the entire village began to prosper alongside him. The golden mouse sat on his mantelpiece, a constant gleaming reminder of the fairy's words. It wasn't a source of instant unearned riches, but a symbol. It represented the idea that true fortune comes not from a single wish, but from a combination of honest effort, a kind heart, and the willingness to share one's good luck with those around them. The village was transformed into a place of happiness and abundance, all thanks to the humble woodcutter who chose to wish for others. And so, the poor woodcutter lived out the rest of his days not as a king in a castle, but as a beloved and respected member of his thriving community. He lived a happy, peaceful life, surrounded by friends and gratitude. always remembering the lesson he learned that day in the forest, that the greatest and most enduring treasure in the world is not gold or magic, but a good and generous heart. Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. We love sharing these moments with you. Until next time, take care and stay kind.